Sustainability sounds sensible. Do what you can maintain. Build habits that last. Avoid burnout. It feels mature. Responsible. Long term, if something isn't sustainable, you're told it's flawed. Too ambitious. Too intense. Too demanding. Sustainability is treated as the final test. But real life rarely breaks because people choose unsustainable things. It breaks because sustainability is misunderstood. Most people think sustainability means doing less. Lower effort. Lower expectations. Lower intensity. Something gentle. Something easy. Something safe. But many things that are easy are not sustainable. They fail quietly. Not because they demand too much, but because they demand too little. You try to make things sustainable. You scale back. You simplify. You lower the bar. For a while, it feels better. Less pressure. Less urgency. Less resistance. But something else appears. Drift. Days blur. Progress slows. Engagement fades. You don't burn out. You stall. And stalling feels confusing. Because you did everything right. You made it sustainable. The problem is not sustainability. It's how it's defined. Sustainability is often confused with comfort. But comfort doesn't sustain effort. Meaning does. Capacity does. Direction does. Systems fail, not because they are too intense, but because intensity is poorly placed. Sustainability fails when effort is spread evenly. A little every day. No peaks, no valleys. Real life doesn't work that way. Some periods demand intensity. Learning something new. Building something fragile. Navigating change. Periods demand rest. Integration, maintenance, recovery. True sustainability supports both. It allows intensity without collapse, and rest without guilt. Misunderstood sustainability tries to flatten everything. No spikes, no strain, no urgency. But without urgency, nothing consolidates. Without strain, nothing adapts. Without challenge, nothing deepens. Sustainable systems are not low-effort systems. They are recoverable systems. They allow effort to rise temporarily, and then fall. They include margin. They include closure. They include release. Another misunderstanding is duration. People ask, "Can I do this forever?" But nothing is done forever. Projects end. Roles change. Lives shift. Sustainability is not about eternity. It's about fit for this phase. What fits now may not fit later. And that's not failure. That's change. Unsustainable systems demand continuity, despite change. Sustainable systems adapt scope. They shrink. They expand. They pause. They don't interpret adjustment as quitting. They interpret it as recalibration. Sustainability also depends on feedback. Systems that listen to signals. Fatigue, resistance, avoidance. These are not enemies. They are information. Ignoring them in the name of discipline creates breakdown. Overreacting to them in the name of comfort creates drift. Sustainability lives between these extremes. It's not about avoiding discomfort. It's about recovering from it. It's not about constant balance. It's about oscillation. Effort, release, engagement, withdrawal. This rhythm is what keeps things alive. Sustainability sounds calm, but it is not passive. It requires attention, adjustment, honesty. It requires noticing when load exceeds capacity, and noticing when challenge drops too low. Both are destabilizing. If your system only works when life is calm, it is fragile. If your system only works when life is intense, it is brittle. Sustainable systems work across conditions. They bend. They recover. They resume. The goal is not to design something easy. It is to design something that can be picked up again. After stress, after interruption, after change. That is what lasts. Sustainability is not about never stopping. It is about restarting without damage. Quietly. Repeatedly, over time. If this helped you think more clearly, you'll probably enjoy the next essay.